Hey, what's going on out there? I'd like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So in this video right here, I'm going to talk about a topic that's talked about often on my channel, not necessarily by me, but in my comments section. There is always a debate regarding utilization. When I'm on here and I'm giving credit card advice, I'll go from my personal experience, my own experience of myself and those that I have helped over the years. So I tell people, when you get your bill, you pay your bill off in full. You keep your utilization under 10%, 10% or less. And then once you get your bill, you pay it off in full. Some people, their way of doing it is to spend as much as they want on their credit card while ignoring utilization, because they figure they'll just make a payment to get their utilization down under 10% before their bill. And either way you do it, as long as your utilization reports at 10% or less, you should help yourself and help your credit score. And as long as you are paying your balance off in full and not carrying over balances, you'll help yourself avoid credit card debt. And like I said, on the back end, it can also help your credit score. But there is one problem with the other people's way of doing it. Some people are not aware of when their credit cards report to the three major credit bureaus on a month-to-month basis. And that's a problem. If you don't know what date, what specific date your credit cards, each of your credit cards, not all of them together, but each of them report to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion on a month-to-month basis, you could get yourself in some trouble, because people tend to make the assumption like, hey, my account only reports once I'm billed or whenever I get my statement. And that's not always necessarily true. So you want to make sure that you do know, and you need to know it. It's necessary, especially if you're doing things that way. If you're doing things the way that I teach, where you just keep your utilization under 10% or less for the month, and then you pay off whatever you build, you pay it off in full, you don't have to worry about that. But if you are one of those people who, you spend whatever you want on your credit card and you want your utilization to report as 10% or less, it's very important that you know which dates on a month-to-month basis your credit card, each one of them, report to the credit bureaus. Because if you don't, you're going to land yourself in some trouble. And I always tell people, when people come by and they ask that question like, hey, which way should I do it? I always tell them, do whichever way works for you. Whichever way works for you, that's what you should go with. And your credit score is going to be the biggest indicator, and your credit report as well, because your credit report is going to let you know what your utilization is on each one of your cards. So it's important that you all pay attention on a month-to-month basis what your utilization is reporting as, and what date your credit cards or whatever accounts that it is report on. Because if not, it could possibly impact your credit score in a negative way. Because as I always tell people, utilization plays a big role in regards to your credit score. And some people, they really don't want to listen. They want to do things their way. And they have that right. You can do things your way. But make sure you are also checking your credit report and your credit score to make sure that you are doing the right thing on a month-to-month basis. So that's just what I wanted to make this video about, because I know more and more people are starting to become more pro, spend whatever they want to on their credit card each month and just pay down their credit card under 10% utilization before their statement ends. And that's cool. But like I said, make sure you know what days you're reporting to the credit bureaus, because you want to make sure that you have your utilization under 10% or less before that day that reports is. Because some of you try to do it that way and you make that mistake of not paying your balance down before it reports to the bureaus, and then all of a sudden you like, hey, why did my credit score drop? Well, maybe that's why. A lot of you try to outsmart the system, and you're not capable of doing that. So make sure you know that day. I wanted to make this video to let you all know. Now, speaking of utilization and speaking of my channel and the community tab where my quizzes are found, we're not doing good over here on these quizzes. And I don't know if it's because people struggle with math or what it is, but one thing I want people to do when I post these quizzes, make sure you read the questions in full, because I think some of you are skipping through the questions and it's having a negative impact on your answer. You're getting the answer wrong. Like, for instance, when I did the one on credit age, I asked, what is the average credit age? And like 15% of people, they said the average credit age was 5. And I didn't ask for the median credit age, I asked for the average. Now, if I asked for the median credit age, it would be 5. But since I asked for the average, which is the sum divided by the number of credit cards, it equals to 4 when you round it off. So you want to be careful when it comes to these questions. Read through them carefully. Don't rush through the question, because I made them a little more trickier, because people always come here and they try to make little statements and stuff like, hey, that's not how you do it. That's not right. But the things that I talk about on this channel could all be verified. And that's why I talk about them, because I know that you will be able to verify them. But I appreciate all the questions I get. My advice to you all who come by here, you're not subscribed and you're new to the channel, test out your credit report. You want to know answers to a lot of your questions, but a lot of those questions can be answered by simply doing trial and error, testing out your credit report. And it's going to require some patience. Some of you may not have patience, but around here, I'll give you advice on things that require patience. This is not one of those channels where I'm trying to give you fast results. Majority of the results on this channel that I talk about, they take time. It took me 3.5 years to build up my credit score from poor to excellent. Other people are able to do it in a faster time and a faster pace. But for me, it took 3.5 years, and usually it takes people around that 2-year mark or so. But it varies. Credit cards and credit scores are case by case, as I always stated. I appreciate all of you who have been taking part in my polls and all of you who have been answering my questions. There will be a question coming up on the community tab. It's going to be a poll. It's not going to be a quiz, and it's going to be in regards to this video. So be looking out for it. It's coming this week. But anyways, I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here and you feeling the vibe over here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video. Also, this goes to every single one of you. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of showing support to this channel. It's also your way of getting this video circulating. This is an important topic because a lot of people, like I stated, they think they could just outtime the credit bureaus without knowing a specific date their credit accounts report to the credit bureaus. It's very important to know what date that it is on a month-to-month basis. Your cards or whatever accounts that it is, you need to know when they report, especially if you're trying to do things that way where you spend as much as you want and chop down your utilization before your credit card or whatever it is reports. But anyways, I appreciate every single one of you for watching. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? You know, people always come by here and they always leave comments and they ask for individual credit advice. But many of you may not know, I do have a book. The book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. It is available on Amazon. It also is available in ebook form on the website. You can check out the website, mastercreditbook.com. The book is called Strategies to Master Credit.